Recorded in their mother's basement, Super Nerdland brings you Graded Point 5, where in a comic book it would be worth less than the polybag it comes in.
Hey everybody, welcome to Graded Point 5. I'm your host Jason. I'm here with Wayne, Dick, and Evan.
The usual suspects, you know who we are, motherfucker.
Have we
the villains again?
Evan. Who is Evan? Is Evan a pretty cool guy? Does he fight aliens?
And he isn't afraid of anything.
Yeah. I will be straightforward. I'm drinking.
Evan is my evolved form. That's what I digivolve into.
Is it Evan Rose?
Evan Blanco.
No.
Evan and fucking Shandon right here.
I mean, aren't you Josh? What's the term? God damn it.
Josh and you guys, yeah.
The bald one. What is it?
Oh, Calvo?
Calvo, yeah.
Gosh,
Calvo.
So, guys, do we want to give up the good news?
We all accepted Jesus?
No.
Oh.
About our plan.
Are we
We're gonna take over the world?
Yeah, that too.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead, share it.
Well, apparently in the end of May, we're all going to be finally meeting up. As many of us as we can.
Game plan, at least.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to be going
It's
up.
live recording.
Right.
All of us in the same room at the same time?
Like, I'm going to be spending...
It's gonna get gay, nigga.
I'm going to be
I
spending
was
like
just about
4
to
or
say,
5
watch out,
days.
ladies.
I'll be spending like 4 or 5 days up at Dick's, and we're going to go see Wayne, and hopefully Evan's going to be coming down.
Be kind of that southern camping experience.
It'd be kind of weird having all of us in the same room.
We have houses in the South.
Yeah. But the reason I want to visit the South is because it's warm and nice outside.
In May.
Yeah, I'm from Michigan, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It doesn't get
May-
nice out here until fucking August.
Hold on. You pure summer child. At the end of May, you want to go camping outside.
Yeah.
In the South.
I want it to be hot, dude. I'm sick of the cold.
I'm not worried too much about the hot, which it will be hot. Don't get me wrong.
Are you talking about mayflies?
I'm more worried that you'll be carted away by all the bugs.
Yeah, dude. No. Oof.
It'll be like Starship Troopers up in there.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Can't wait.
Game over, man.
That's Alien, but I can't wait, regardless.
Now, where are you going to do said camping? That's a very important issue as well.
I was hoping to hit up some places, Tennessee, Kentucky on my way through, and then pop up into the mountains on my way back.
Well, yeah, if you're sticking to the mountains, it won't be so bad, in all honesty. But, yeah, you're getting in down to... Okay.
Really wanted to hit Red River Gorge on the way through.
The state of North Carolina is divided into, like, 4 pretty much... land masses, I should say. It's not really land mass, but you get my point. You have the mountains, you have the Piedmont region, which is where Dick is. I got that wrong. He's in the Sandhills.
About to say, dude.
I'm in the Piedmont.
Then you have the beach.
Yeah, but yeah, as they call it, the coastal plain. So, and yeah, that you got a wide swath to mess around in, but I would avoid anything from the Sandhills to the beach. As far as you got outside, yeah, because
hang out in the mountains. Got it.
Yeah,
You're gonna get eaten alive, dude.
Of course, there's always the bears in the mountains. So
yeah, perfect.
I wouldn't be too worried about the
before
bears. Just don't leave any processed food hanging or chilling out in your campground. Get a bear bag.
I mean, food stays in the trunk of the car. There's bears up here too.
Our bears can drive down here, right?
Yogi, man.
No way.
Yeah, man.
We got Yogi.
Yeah, we got Yogi.
Hey,
Stealing all those
buddy.
picnic baskets.
The picnic baskets.
So this is our podcast about camping in the South. And,
Thank you for joining us for the first episode.
Hey, look at it this way: we're getting like out of off-topic banter out of the way at the beginning instead of at the instead of in the middle of it. Just like, hey, you remember that time?
No, dude, you know what's gonna happen then too.
Oh yeah. But
It definitely will.
At least the main part of the banter is getting this out of the way, because whatever.
All right, so check it out. This is what, week 5 of Hellboy?
Yeah, this is the
right.
trade that I have
Yeah.
I've read. So
This is the Conqueror Worm. Usual suspects,
Starting to get good.
Mike Mignola, colored by Dave Stewart, lettered by Pat Brousseau.
it's got Hellboys, it's got Worm Boys, it's got Homunculus Boys, it's got a lot of boys.
And it's got the best hero ever.
It's even got Lobster Boys. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's got Lobster motherfucking Johnson up in this bitch, nigga.
I fucking
Evan.
love Lobster Johnson so much.
You want to handle the synopsis while I go get more booze?
Go grab some booze and I'll give.
Off to an amazing start.
I mean, we're just gonna be trading spots. I'm just getting started here so that when it's my turn, Jason's got me covered. So, basically, what's going on here in Conqueror Worm is we're hanging out at a Nazi facility in the mountains in Northern Europe. Where a comic book hero from the 1940s named Lobster Johnson, he infiltrated it in the 40s, killed a whole bunch of Nazis, blew the whole thing up, but not before the Nazis could send a dude to space. That's right, the Nazis sent a man to space.
Well, I'm not really.
They sent a dead man to space.
They sent a body into space, and it wasn't necessarily alive. But there was a reason for that, though.
Yeah, they got plans. They're
reason.
Nazis.
Yeah,
They're evil. They know what they're doing.
yeah. I mean,
So, Hellboy and the BPRD crew have been tasked with investigating this exploded castle.
Well, it's more they're investigating why this comet that is actually the rocket that they sent off into space is coming back to this said castle.
Okay, that's a good point. I think I forgot about that.
Yeah. Well, the reason why is I literally read this an hour ago. So
We are so professional.
Hey. So, at the briefing, they're all like, Lobster who? And Hellboy's just like, this was my hero when I was a kid. He was in the wrestling ring. He on Mexican TV. He was a super big badass. That's actually true, and that's true in Lobster Johnson canon. There were Lobster Johnson wrestling movies, and all sorts of weird shit like that. So yeah, Hellboy's checking them out.
But the official stance of the United States government is that there is no Lobster Johnson, and there never was a Lobster Johnson.
Well, isn't that convenient for the U.S. government?
Of course. I mean,
So our boy Hellboy, our new friend with his wooden handle donger, Roger.
Yep.
They're planning to go investigate this facility.
Did you really just call it a handle donger?
It's like a wooden piece of wood with the handle on it.
I mean, it's really hard to explain it any other way.
Yeah, so in the long series of Evan obsessing with genitalia in the Hellboy series, Roger's probably got the best. Probably got the best one of all.
That's a thing.
It is in this podcast lore. I definitely went off on a tangent a couple episodes ago about it.
Okay, this is now a recurring thing.
Yeah, it's hard to see and not notice. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, but the guy who's like, Lobster Johnson's not real, he's a fake, it's a Lobster Johnson calling card. How perfect. So,
And all it says is fiction.
Classic Lobster. A man of few words.
Oh, and don't forget before that, we find out that the Bureau basically, while they're cool with Roger, they don't trust him, and so because of that, they've planted a bomb on him.
Yeah, someone set Roger up the bomb.
Yeah, so if he goes rogue, then Hellboy is tasked with blowing him up.
Which
Hellboy he's ecstatic about this turn of events. He's like, oh, that's cool, that's fine, I understand. No, not really.
Yeah, that doesn't cause him to lose his faith in humanity at all, or anything.
No, he's fine. He's fine. He's a good. He's an understanding boy. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, Bullet Club is fine.
Yeah. Bullet Club is fine.
Dude, don't too soon.
Wait a second. Does that mean Hellboy and Roger are the golden lovers?
Maybe.
Okay, which one's Okada? Or which one? Sorry, not Okada. Kushida.
Yeah.
He did. Killing me. All right, so this isn't the wrestling podcast. That's the other podcast.
That's.
You never hit me up to be on that too.
Oh, we haven't hit anyone up because we're being super fucking lazy about it. That's why we haven't hit anyone up. Also, everyone needs to watch a whole bunch of Japanese wrestling if you're gonna be on there. You
No,
gotta
dude,
watch.
you need to just have me on and have me fucking bring Wayne too. Me and Wayne come in and rant about the WWE for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds like a good episode. Catch that later on Heels and Heroes podcast. It's going to be on supernerdland.com and all of your favorite pod grabbers. Also, we got to play Asia thing.
Where we will.
Let's get all those shills out of the way right now.
And of course, we are a comics podcast, so everybody please go read ogchan.com.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Still.
Yep. And also,
Pretty much the best webcomic.
No,
But yeah.
I can see that, and I'm sorry, I got to say this real quick. I can see Jason and I just going back and forth. It's like, don't you think Braun Strowman should be champion by now?
Wait,
But what are they going to do with him once he's champion?
who's going to
Make him
dethrone
champion.
him?
That's what you do. Yeah.
Who's going to dethrone him, man?
Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
How are we going to push Roman? How are we going to push Roman when Braun's champion?
Look, the Roman Empire fell. It's time.
Yeah, you're fucking 500 AD.
It's time.
Guys, it's Saturday. Saturday.
Hey, the NXT's on.
Yeah, that's the Sunday. That's the Sunday podcast, boys. So back to the mountains in fucking Europe, Northern Europe. Here, it doesn't matter which country.
Where all the
a young
castles kind of
lady,
look the same.
a young lady Sherpa is guiding Hellboy and Roger up a cliff. They see an old man in a Nazi outfit who their Sherpa lady shoots in the fucking chest a couple times, and
I thought you were supposed to punch
fuck you.
Nazis.
Don't even get me started.
Oh,
Well, Hellboy did do
see-
that when he first saw the Nazis. So
Yeah. So he gets punched, he gets knocked down, he gets shot, and as they pull away, as they walk away from the dead Nazi, we see a claw, not unlike the one on the back of that calling card on the dude's chest.
hashtag Lobster Johnson lives.
He is the greatest. I love him so much. So our boys start rolling up into the castle. They get shot at by automated machine guns that somehow don't shoot their Sherpa bitch. And they get in some deep trouble pretty early on. Hellboy falls through a floor or some shit.
As usual. Recurring themes.
Oh no, he walks up through a trapdoor. Same sort of deal. And gets
Yeah.
fucking captured. They got him tied to electric wires. They're zapping him. It's that fellow without a head that we might have met
Herman von Klemt,
before.
who was in the
Yeah, so
backup
Herman
story in first volume, right?
Yeah, I want to say but we heard about him more in a couple of the other shorts slash the other full volume, volume 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, our boys are in trouble. Hellboy is trapped in the castle. Roger fell out. In what may or may not be a vision, Roger meets Lobster Johnson, who looks pretty much like the Shadow, with big orange goggles, and he more or less explains the events that took place in the 1940s, which is Herman von Klemt tried to send a Nazi dude into space. A dead Nazi dude into space.
Yeah.
And
That becomes
while this is going,
the reason he's dead becomes important later on. So
is a vessel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Hellboy's getting zapped while Roger's fucking around, hanging out with and they manage to shut down the power, sort of by accident, sort of on purpose, in the basement of this facility, which somehow causes undead to attack them. They deal with that pretty handily, and that cuts the power so Hellboy can fight a giant monkey. I told you guys there would be giant monkeys.
And you delivered.
See, I didn't. It's not that I didn't believe you that there was gonna be a giant monkey. It's just I didn't expect it to be that awesome. That was my thing.
Yeah, this is a pretty awesome giant monkey. It's a massive gorilla, massive bionic gorilla. Done in a pretty Art Adams style, and it looks fucking sweet. You guys got any thoughts on monkeys?
Dude, honestly, I was expecting the monkey because you warned me about it, and I was totally ready. And then, I saw him, and I was like, damn, I really fucking like that design. I'm not gonna lie, fucking cyborg monkey, fucking dope as shit. Oh my god. And, I was not ready for that shit. I was just not.
What's really cool is it also keeps in line of the Nazis having really interesting designs. Like they did in real life, the Hugo Boss shit's iconic. And I don't know how the hell, Hugo Boss survived that shit.
Well, he is Hugo Boss. I mean, his last name is Boss.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, some amount of talent, you can wipe anything clean with some amount of talent, and clearly Hugo Boss designer.
You do a press conference. Hey, they paid me a lot of money. I didn't know they were going to do the shit they were going to do, in all honesty. But hey, come on. They're like, yeah. You know what? You're right. We just have to produce stuff for all of our retail outlets from now on. Okay.
But no, it's
look, I've got these boots for you. Will you trade? Don't imprison me, please. Wear these boots.
Yeah.
They're not the most beautiful things you've ever seen on your feet.
They put it on their feet. It's I don't know about. Oh my god! it's like walking on clouds.
But yes, keeping in line with
looking like I'm walking on clouds.
Keeping in line with the idea of Nazis having very iconic imagery, the Nazi gorilla really stands out.
Mm-hmm. And doesn't he have cybernetic enhancements and shit too?
Yes.
Yeah, it's got giant bionic arm or bionic forearms. It's designed by a man who's head in a jar. It's exactly what.
By the way,
design if I was a head in a jar.
In my head canon, in Futurama, Herman von Klemt is the guy who made the head in a jar technology.
No wonder President Nixon was preserved.
As you can see, I have a new body.
I've had a new body. Yeah. So
Son's back.
so our boy Hellboy frees himself by beating up the poor gorilla, and he sees what seems to be the ghost of an American soldier. He was shot up by the Sherpa lady earlier in the comic.
Well, that would have been earlier
sorta
today.
I read this a week ago. It happened a week ago, okay? So the guy lets Hellboy know that he was there at his birth and that he saw something else in him. And he sort of, like, explains what was going on with the Nazis, that they were sending a host body, an empty vessel, into space to bring back a monster to Earth. And Hellboy saying shit like, possession by space ghosts. I don't buy it. And, you know, come on, dude, it's Hellboy. You're gonna get attacked by space ghosts. It's gonna happen.
But will it happen coast to coast?
No, I don't think so, unfortunately. Also, there's no talk show in this comic book, so...
Damn it.
I haven't seen Brack or Zorak yet, so I don't think it's
Actually,
happening.
Dick, here's the thing. In the comic, we're the talk show.
Whoa.
Holy fuck, you blew my mind.
Like, I don't believe that, man. That's, like, way too far-fetched, dude.
You need to start buying from my man Leo.
Oh, dude. So it turns out our ghost, our American ghost, is actually an alien ghost.
Because
Or a dead
reasons.
space alien. Yeah, because Mike needed to, like, deal with those aliens that he showed in the first book for whatever reason.
That felt so fucking weird, and for it to be followed up feels even weirder.
Yeah. I thought that was sort of throwaway. I kind of forgot that there was an alien.
I was kind of hoping
all the
it
way
was
in book
throwaway. Like, oh yeah, aliens kept the space gods entombed. Yeah, aliens.
I like how nonchalant about it is, too. He's like, hey, look. An alien.
I mean, with all the weird shit Hellboy sees every day, aliens are like, whatever.
You know, that's another thing I was going to say about old Lobster Johnson. You could tell that he's like one of those guys, he's like seen it all, done it all, nothing really phases him. He's like, oh yeah, that's
Now, is Lobster Johnson the reimagining of that one Art Adams character, like Torch of Victory or whatever it was, from the first volume?
I don't know if Lobster Johnson is a direct stand-in for Torch of Victory. Kind of cool if he was. That would make a lot of sense in my head. But
Okay.
Torch of Victory also had a lot of his own standalone stuff that turned out... Like, he had a couple, like, 2 or 3 pagers that were standalone that didn't turn out like the Lobster Johnson standalone did.
Okay.
Lobster Johnson standalone's a lot more... It's a lot more Green Hornet.
I could dig that.
Less of the comedy elements. It's like Green Hornet, The Shadow,
The Phantom.
So he was a throwback to the pulp
Phantom.
era. Shit.
Yeah, he's a throwback to the pulp era.
Yeah, okay.
And I think if Mignola had control of the Torch, that might have happened that way.
Yeah.
But he didn't. So,
No,
seriously, if you guys haven't read any Lobster Johnson, it's really fun. Check some out.
I got a burning question for you. Let's say this Hellboy reboot movie does well, and they want to expand the cast in the second movie. Who played Lobster?
Well, obviously Matt Damon.
That's Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh my god, yes. But
Ads, fuck yeah, dude.
can we get him away from Hideo Kojima for long enough?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they're having gay cocaine-fueled orgies right now.
So what you're saying is we need to find a role for Hideo to play.
Hideo can play fucking Data like the Goonies.
Or he gets the licensing to the games.
Oh god, that'll work.
Oh fuck, that would be awesome, dude. Could you imagine that shit? Oh my god, yes. Kojima does a Hellboy game.
Hideo Kojima production of Hellboy. That would be pretty cool, actually.
I will fully admit I am erect.
Hideo Kojima and Mike Mignola present every single chapter Hellboy video game.
And Guillermo del Toro, because why not? That was just like, yeah, you remember how you want to do a project with me all those years? Come on, buddy. Let's finally do this.
I don't know if he could, though.
He's Del Toro. He can do what the fuck he wants.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I'm sure Mike would give the big thumbs up. That seems like a match made in heaven.
Who's going to tell him not to? Nobody.
Lionsgate may have some shit to say about it.
Who fuck them?
Buy him out. Wait, what?
Yeah. I mean, literally, you're putting, we're putting together $1 million ideas right here. Like.
I expect a cut when Mads gets the role. I'm acting as his agent here.
We know Kojima's listening right now. I mean,
right.
He's not live. He's listening right now. Because
did you write it?
Did I also mention that Kojima is the NSA?
Well, we're the world's biggest comics podcast, so that makes sense.
Hey, you say that, but we're undergoing another traffic spike. People are listening.
Thank you, Spanish fans. Spanish fans.
Well, they heard El Hermano was here. They're like, oh, gotta tune in now. That's the thing, they don't show it on Dragon Ball. You actually have to listen to this podcast to find out if El Hermano defeated Jiren.
Well, did you?
In process.
We're taking a break for the fight for this fight.
He's teaming up with Jushin Thunder Liger. They got this shit.
Yeah,
oh God.
we're managed by
Conan. No man, Conan.
Oh God, no! I would just kill myself. If that... Like, yeah, no, sorry, buddy.
Chavo.
He's got that good weed though.
I can do a Chavita. Yeah, I can do that. Here we go with the wrestling again.
Wrong night.
Back to reality. Whoop! There goes gravity. I don't like Eminem. So our boys regroup, and start fucking with the Nazis. Our space capsule returns. The Sherpa lady is told to put a mask on so that she won't experience what everybody else is experiencing, and everybody turns into residents of Innsmouth.
Yeah.
Got that Innsmouth look.
Did you mention they became
Blood of them old Kanakis. Go ahead, Wayne. What'd you have to say?
Did you mention they became reptile boys?
No, they can't fish
that's
people.
what the Innsmouth look is. Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, whatever.
Frog people, fish people. Mm-hmm. Yeah, same deal. So, they all turn into the frogs that we've sort of been seeing in the last, or maybe the first couple issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And Hellboy beats the shit out of Von Klempt. The frogs start to worship a weird thing coming out of the basement of the facility, which is a giant worm that will devour everything in its path.
Yay!
That sound about right?
It glows too.
The end of the world. It's the end of the world. That's what we need, baby.
So what you're saying is another issue of Hellboy. It's the end of the world.
Yeah.
And we told you back then the frogs would come back into play.
And believe it or not, it ramps up somehow.
Oh yeah.
The end of the world continually expands towards the actual world.
Like,
In the Hellboy
if you're
universe.
thinking of the same storyline I am with BPRD,
Yeah,
the frogs, man, the frogs.
maybe the whole goddamn world. So, yeah, the worm starts to get out of control. We get a little bit of backstory about how Unklempt more or less wanted to set all of this in motion, not because he particularly cared for Nazi Germany, but because he wanted there to be a new world.
Yay!
Yay, a new world where his granddaughter, Sherpa Bitch, is a frog person. Good job, dude. You got your priorities in order.
All I'm gonna say is, now that I've seen how all of you guys look, frog people would be a step up for all of us except for Wayne.
Hey.
I don't even know.
If I clean up, I look nice.
You still look like my dealer.
The only frog people I know about are like, the Ninja Turtles.
Rip-offs?
Guys. Yeah. Well, not even rip-offs. They were in the same show.
They were still rip-offs.
Well,
The only frog people I know run all of the world's corporations and governments.
those are the
And
lizard people, you dumb shit.
I thought that was the Bugman.
These are lizard people too.
The lizard people and the frog people would have a war over who would control it. They wouldn't just, share it.
And the problem is, if they do that, they open it up for the crab people.
Right.
Dude, you just explained it to me. The lizard people are the ones turning the frogs gay.
How do you... I mean, what's the best way to thin out the population, right?
Homo.
If they're all gay, there's no reproduction.
Gay bomb.
Global warfare
And
over the course of hundreds of years.
Lizard people 1, frog people 0.
We're turning the frogs gay.
Checkmate, atheists.
What the fuck?
I hope people understand who listens to this show understand that we are not crazy people. We just make fun of crazy people when we do what we do.
Yeah.
Ironically, by
we're only
being
moderately
crazy.
Yeah.
We're only
Speak for
moderately
yourself.
crazy. Come on.
I'm more than moderately crazy.
Oh no. Jason's got diagnosis. He's cool. He's fine.
I was gonna say
I'm on
the
pills.
average.
Yeah.
I'm on pills that I can't take right now because I'm drunk.
He's certified by the federal government, man. He's like, yeah, he can't. We need to give him money. It's fine.
Donate to our Patreon.
Yeah, we need to send this boy into early retirement.
I'm a good boy.
He's a good boy. No, I'm not saying you're not a good boy. It's just
It's just you could have been a better boy.
Well, I mean,
You're still
we
a
could all be
good
better
boy.
boys. It's just,
Oh yeah, we all could be better boys. This is true.
yeah. I mean, if I was a better boy, I'd be doing centons off the top rope right now. But
Yeah,
because
big boy senton.
we all would, dude.
big boy centons are awesome.
Wayne would be teaming up with fucking Sami Zayn and being allowed to hit that package pile driver.
Exactly.
No, it's all about the big boy coast to coast. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, well, even Killian Dane does a big boy senton. I think if Big Boy does not do a big boy senton, he does not deserve to be a big boy. That's my new edict. What do y'all think? Fair?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to see Big Show hit a big boy senton.
He bust his own hip, man.
Well, we saw
wanna see
Braun
somebody
somebody
die.
Kip up that time. I'm like, okay.
Oh, hip.
All right. Yeah.
So yeah, back to the comic.
Yeah, speaking of big boy sentons, Hellboy tries to hit this giant worm with one, with the big boy frog splash, and blows up his little magic trinket that he received from the space alien. Turns out the magic trinket didn't matter that much.
It was a MacGuffin.
It's like, well, this was an utter failure. I mean, and once again, it goes back to whenever Hellboy tries to use it, it just fails. You know,
Yeah, or something breaks it. It's the classic pulp. You know, you're given the solution and the solution doesn't work.
Yep.
Sort of trope. So we hear a little bit from Rasputin, who explains what was going on.
Time out. Say that again.
Rasputin hung out with Russians for way too long, dude.
Say what? Rewind it and say it right.
Dude, I hung out with Russians for too long. I'm gonna pronounce it the way that I know it's supposed to be pronounced.
Care. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. You've been hanging out with Russians, son?
Dude,
He hacked the election.
They're poor. They're poor Russians. They couldn't hack anything. They left because they thought it was terrible.
Wayne.
Hold on. Yeah. I'm going on Twitter right now at FBI.
So within the course of like a week, Wayne has to go through me turning out to be a socialist and Evan turning out to be a Russian sympathizer.
I'm sympathetic to Russians who left because they're capitalists. Yes.
Doesn't matter. You're a Russian sympathizer.
You're over here taking up their style of language and stuff, man. We don't speak.
Yeah, I know, dude.
We don't speak ceramic here, sir.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I slept with the enemy for like 7 years. That's my B.
What?
Haven't I fucking told you that I dated a Russian girl for like 6 fucking years? It was a long ass time.
Yeah, I'm just playing it all for comedic effect now.
Okay, good. Just
All
making
right,
sure.
the FBI's been informed.
You forget, you and I had that long ass discussion about Russian animation that one night.
That's right, dude. Don't get me started on that. Otherwise, I'm gonna make a Russian animation podcast. Okay, so for Wayne's Rasputin.
Thank you.
Was yeah. Okay, I guess I'll say that sort of ironically for the rest of the podcast.
No, you're saying it, you're not. So you're saying you think you're saying it ironically. You're actually saying it correctly. So.
Yeah.
You live in America and you need to speak American.
That's what I've heard.
Or we're going to build a wall around Detroit. Which,
to be fair,
to be
it should have
honest,
happened.
we probably should have done that anyway.
Should have happened ages ago, dude.
Jesus
Problem is the
Christ.
cars would flow over the edge. The cars would manage to escape Detroit somehow. We would stack them miles high.
Yeah, we make ramps out of the other cars.
Oh God!
So the
people.
lover of the Russian queen talks about the history of humanity. So it turns out
saying his name
Hyperboreans.
now. Is that what you're doing? Because
Rasputin.
that's even
Rasputin
funnier.
says.
You have beaten Evan into submission.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to tolerate invaders in my country.
Well, if we listened to Ra Ra Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen, what we would is
All right, that was
that
good. That was good. I like that.
is that what we would know is that it's not even our Earth to begin with; it's the Hyperboreans' Earth, and we're their sort of fuck up ancestors
Wait a minute.
who are just trying to like achieve what they did, man. Atlantis, Lemuria, they pulled that shit off, and like we're just like specks, man. So
Here.
I get like that whenever I talk about the end of the world. I'm sorry.
God, you're a really bad doomsayer, in all honesty.
No, I can't do the yelling.
You don't have to do yelling.
Do the freaking
Do what Rorschach
out.
did. Just walk around with a sign.
The end is nigh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he talks about how there's going to be a new world for the fish people.
Mm-hmm.
And Hellboy fights the giant worm thing. He throws a grenade at it. Grenade doesn't really work.
Didn't the worm thing kind
And-
of flick the grenade too? Like, no.
Yeah, it, like knocks it with its little tentacle.
Mm-hmm.
And then our boy Roger decides to dive in, let Hellboy set him up the bomb, let Hellboy detonate that bomb that's inside him, and it ends up pretty much blowing apart the thing temporarily, and it gets trapped inside of Roger's body.
Yeah, Roger pretty much absorbs the worm.
Yeah, and Hellboy doesn't even detonate him. Roger tells Hellboy to detonate him,
And he doesn't do it.
and Hellboy's like, "You're a good boy. I trust you."
Mm-hmm.
And that seems to work out pretty well. The lobster shoots the crazy bitch. Then
He's like literally, like she even goes like, "I am the next, I am the next, I am the next race of humankind." He's like, "No, you're not." like,
you owe too much to the past. That's what he says. It's fucking sweet.
Lobster Johnson is no simpy for anybody. He's just like, I'm not putting up with this bullshit.
Yeah, so Hellboy sees Lobster Johnson for the first time. Before Roger saw Lobster Johnson, there's this weird thing where Lobster Johnson only gets seen by like one person at a time. Mm-hmm. And then whenever there's another person around, he fades. So they find Roger's body now in the snow. The lobster jams a giant metal pole into his chest.
Mm-hmm.
And gets struck by lightning. Which ends up destroying the beast inside of Roger. And we get a little spiel where Hellboy's like, if you guys are going to put a bomb in my boy, I don't see why I should trust you. I'm going to Africa. Catch you guys later.
Yeah, it's literally like, see you losers later, I'm out.
But you get the feeling even now that his quitting the BPRD is not going to be very long-lived.
Yeah, his direct work with... Well, you'd be surprised.
Well, I mean, you could tell it's going to at least intersect probably, relatively early on.
Yeah, no, they're going to cross over, but yeah, you'll see what happens. It's pretty good. And then we get a little epilogue where our boy Rasputin is talking to Hecate, and they're talking, more or less about their past, which we talked about way too in depth in.
Yeah.
And we see, I guess the important bit here is at the end with the Baba Yaga, who says that Rasputin's soul is so small that she's going to keep it in little acorn around her neck. So Rasputin's still hers. And that's more or less the end of the episode. Or not the end of the episode.
I was about to say, no, dude, we got a little more time.
We got like 5 more minutes, man. I'm sorry. No, it's the end of the book, though.
No, we got longer than that.
Oh, shit, son.
We got about 20.
Well, I gotta grab a beer. Well, you guys figure out what's going on. I'll be right
See,
back.
now I get to cover for you. This is how this shit works. So,
Shit on luck.
yeah, aliens and Hellboy. What the fuck? I mean, it's still, even though this is like the second appearance of aliens, it still doesn't feel right. It feels like...
Yeah, because everything is like, up until that point, is like supernatural.
like Lovecraft style.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, aliens. Like...
Well, I mean, even the Lovecraft shit did have aliens because they were gods from beyond space and shit like that, but I don't know.
To be fair, the Ogdru Jihad, the giant crystal in space that is an amalgamation of dragons or something like that,
Yeah.
it's already sort of an alien creature in the Hellboy universe. The fact that it's out in space and shit.
Yeah, it's just like
Really sort of
like I was saying,
solidifies that.
even Lovecraft had aliens and shit, but it always seems to not fit when you sit there and look at it until you actually think and go, yeah, okay, this makes sense, even though it seems it's only been tapped twice, you know?
Yeah.
It's still very much drawing from the Lovecraft ideas.
And it's like it's another way for Mike to draw in the influences. Like, yeah, we get all the folklore. Yeah, we get all the old pulp comics. Yeah, we get the fact that Mike loved lucha. We'll get that more later, hope, or at least the look of lucha.
Yeah.
But yeah, he also loved Lovecraft, and I would assume probably also loved pulp space comics.
Yeah, I guess it's like literally just still haven't gotten over the shock of it only having appeared twice, you know? It still seems like a what the fuck thing as opposed to just something that you come to accept.
And to be fair, we're not going to see much of it again, so it's sort of an offhand thing right here.
That's sort of a shame.
Well, like all comics, especially like original comics, you always get the sort of feel that there's tangents that they opened for themselves that they never had to take. I think it's more of a we never had to take it. We wanted to jump more into the folklore stuff.
Yeah.
Than, hey, let's take this twist and go sci-fi for a bit.
So, I have a thought for you. Again, let's say the new Hellboy does well. In the sequel, why does Vin Diesel have to fucking play Roger?
Because I can already hear Vin Diesel's voice as Roger's, you know, because...
Yeah.
It all makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense that a homunculus would have like a gravelly type voice like that.
It'd be played by homunculus.
Yeah.
But if you want a homunculus to play it, you gotta go Michael Ironsides, dude.
Yeah. Honestly, what I would do is I would make Roger one of them super convincing CGI dudes and have Michael Ironsides voice him. That's just me, though.
See, I always see the thing is with I hear Michael Ironside, I think of Darkseid. So it,
Yeah.
you know, so
I think Sam
point.
Fisher. So,
well, see, that's why I need, you know, for me, it instead of being evil boy, it had to be good boy, and you know, Vin Diesel's a good boy.
That and
he's not wrong.
That and honestly, Vin Diesel just looks like the goddamn character.
Yeah, I mean, he could actually play the character.
No,
Wouldn't
you
have
could
to do
pick
CG.
You could just straight have Vin Diesel step in.
Hey,
Like,
could you just excuse
we
me,
got
could
this
you,
ripped
could you
older
wear this
guy.
door knocker on your junk?
The dong handle.
Hello, you are a ripped older man. Can you dress up with a dong handle and also maybe wear just just a vest? That'd be perfect. Can we paint you brown?
You're like, yeah.
Motherfucker, I played a tree.
Don't worry.
I played.
Don't worry, dude. We'll do the chest. We'll do the chest thing in post. We got this.
I played giant robot boys. I can do this. No problem.
Vin Diesel would be perfect. I don't know if they've already cast someone for Roger or not, though. Like, really, the only guys I know they've cast are David Harbour and whatever. Like, and then there was that big fucking stink about the casting of the character who doesn't goddamn matter, Ben Daimio.
Yeah,
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Kind of silly. Looks like... Oh, and then there's Mila Jovovich. I'm less than convinced is a good fit.
Yeah.
Wait, who's directing this?
No, it's not Paul W.S. Anderson.
Okay, thank God. Because that would explain her casting, but
Yeah, that would probably be better for the movie, being real. Guy who like not directed shit. He directed The Descent, which was pretty good. As far as like shit budget horror movies go. But that's like pretty much it. He's directed mostly episodes. So like Constantine and Black Sails, Westworld he directed. Game of Thrones he directed an episode of. Sounds like he's directing Hellboy and Lost in Space.
Oh boy, Lost in Space. Why?
That's a franchise that doesn't need right?
So what now?
I was saying that's a franchise that doesn't really need to be revived, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't really. Yeah, it's just kind of.
I will be the guy and say it. I'm going to reserve judgment until I see it.
I mean, I've already seen some clips from it. I'm like,
I haven't
I'm
looked
gonna
at it.
reserve judgment too, but I'm just like, what? Like, why? So I can hear Danger Will Robinson, Danger Will Robinson? Is that like the only reason that you're doing it?
we got to get that nostalgia boys going. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't care one way or another. I'll give it a go, and if it's any
Let's
good,
put it this way:
you
on
know.
my movie priority list, it wasn't even on the list.
Well, it's a Netflix series, so
As I said,
Well,
yeah.
it doesn't matter where I see the movie. It doesn't. It's just,
if there's any place that it would be done actually well, it's on Netflix or like Hulu or Amazon, where they'll actually do what it is. They'll actually make a fucking space series. They won't like fuck around and make it into an action series set in space. CBS, I'm talking to you. Mad at
Right.
you. To be about discovery. That's why Discovery's in the fucking title of your show. Your show's about fucking space action. What?
That was special.
I'm done ranting about Star Trek. I'm sorry, boys.
you having a moment there?
Yeah, my tism's acting up. Let me
You need a towel.
take my pills.
You need a warm towel.
Yeah, you need.
No, I need my paper bag. I'm hyperventilating.
I mean, because I got some massage oil, man. I mean, I'll be glad to give you a back rub. I mean, it's not gay or anything. It's fine.
That's what
Nothing
you
wrong with
say.
two bros giving each other back rubs, you know.
What you say. That's what Cab keeps telling me. I don't believe it.
Well, from Cab, I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, well, come on now. Let's we'll jump to conclusions here.
We need to have Cab back on here one day.
Man, does not mean
Yeah, we need Cab back on.
that is gay. Yeah,
Yeah, just because a boy loves Catboys doesn't mean that,
yeah,
that he loves Catboys.
right. I mean, it's a means to an end. It makes money, you know. Like,
Wow.
yeah, we should have Cat back on sometime. I don't know what we would talk about. Maybe
We were sort of talking about the casting for this movie. There's a lot of dudes who, like, David Harbour is the one who actually makes sense, and then, like, everybody else is just, who the fuck is that, except for Mila Jovovich. I don't know how to pronounce her name, actually. He was just going to be an evil sorceress. And that's... That's a flat enough role for her, right?
I guess.
yeah.
I mean,
Like, she does best when she doesn't have to say anything.
and can take her top off.
Yeah, and can dress up in, like, weird fucking a weird strap outfit that gave, like, a ton of 9-year-olds boners. That was her, right? She was in fucking...
Yeah.
She was in that movie.
Jesus Christ, we're degenerates.
Well,
I mean, there's no defense at this point.
No, I was just, like, 8 years old when The Fifth Element came out. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, right?
God, I was like a 13, 14, I think. Mm-hmm. Quit being so fucking young, Evan.
I'll do my best. I'm growing old as fast as I can, Jason.
Well, you're not caught up to Wayne
Doing all
yet.
the things my daddy told me to put hair on my chest. I'm doing all those things. And there's still not that much hair.
I think you need to have Need to go ahead and have like 3 or 4 birthdays like right now. Get caught up.
Fuck it, you're 30 now.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Man, I don't remember any of those fads that were around when I was like 9 years old, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or anything like that. I don't remember that. I was too old. Monday Night Wars, baby.
Yeah.
The problem is, like, we make him older, but we give him our memories, so he's like, man, you know it was great? Converse.
Dude, my generation had one of those moments too. Except ours was in high school.
No, he's just Evan's gonna have one of those moments. Where you know what's good? Nirvana.
Oh, God. Then we
I have that moment like almost every day in my life. I don't know what you're talking about.
He would
Fucking
literally,
love
you know,
Nirvana.
Jason, he would have the Flashpoint thing. You know, he remembers 2 realities.
Yeah.
Like one where he's like, you know, his normal self, and one where he's like he aged differently, like in our timeline. So he's just like he says, I don't know why, but I remember watching Michael Jordan in the playoffs.
Yes, I was 10 years old. No,
No,
I was
at this
6
point you'd be
years
like
old.
14, 15. So
Good.
yeah, so you're
The
getting
timelines are mixed, dude. I got the timelines mixed.
close. Yeah,
It's working.
it's like I was excited when Hulk Hogan won his 3rd championship. Wait, I wasn't even born yet.
WrestleMania 3. Wait, how do I remember this? Why do I remember High Voltage? Owen Hart, what were you thinking?
Oh man, High Energy was him and Coco. By the way.
Oh, sorry.
High
High
Voltage
Energy.
was High Voltage was a bad WCW tag team.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, either could have been either.
Yeah, but they did have that. Like I said, what I just said, that was their little theme at the beginning. It would go danger, high voltage. That is the, and you know, you look at it now and you look at like pre NWO days. I was like, this was quintessential WCW before NWO. That was, yeah. Everything
Jim
was
Herd
cheesy.
days.
Jim Herd days. Everything was fucking cheesy. Nothing made sense. And now that we're back on our wrestling podcast,
Right? So what we're saying here is read Hellboy while you're listening to the wrestling podcast.
yeah,
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah, do that. We talk, most recent episode, we talk about, for most of the time, we talk about how the Golden Lovers aren't gay. And that Kota
But they
Ibushi
are.
and Kenny Omega only, yeah, well, they're the kind of friends that cuddle. You know, they're the kind of friends that lather each other up and give each other nice massages, Wayne. I know how much you love that and how you just told me it's not gay.
It's not gay at all, though, dude. It's fine. Everything's cool. You know, it's perfect.
Yeah, the Golden Lovers are
because-
perfect. That's what Wayne's saying, not me.
Just because Kenny Omega likes to sleep in between, what's his name?
Kota Ibushi.
Yeah, just because he likes to sleep in between Ibushi's thighs does not mean he's gay.
Because he likes to lather him up real good and, like, you know, maybe hold his hand sometimes.
Yeah.
Doesn't make him gay.
Just because
Makes him
he,
best friends.
Just because, like, Ibushi, like, relaxes into Omega's chest as he washes his hair.
All right, so I gotta ask the pertinent. I have to ask the pertinent question now. Which one's on top?
Oh, there's no. I mean, that's the thing. That's why it's not gay, because nobody's on top.
It's a loving relationship, dude.
a mutual
They
thing.
share.
Yeah.
They switch. They're switches.
There you go. Question answered.
They wash each other's hair. That's what that's what happens.
To be fair, Kota's a face and Kenny's a tweener. So, with that as you will.
Yeah. Dix is like, fuck this faggotry, I'm out.
He's like, man.
I don't blame him.
All I wanted to do was talk about comics, guys. And then you hit me with this gay shit. Like, what the fuck, guys?
Not gay shit. Come on, let's be honest here. It's not gay.
Yeah, it's just the Golden Lovers.
I mean, come on, with a name like that.
It's pretty fucking gay. Come on.
And they're into fucking piss porn. What the fuck?
I mean, that's the Golden Showers. That's the other team.
Oh, that's Rocky Romero.
No. The golden shower was Kenny Omega's and Kota Ibushi's finishing move. So you sort of identified that correctly.
It's fine, guys. It's fine. It's perfectly heterosexual.
Dude, you are fucking trying to dispel disbelief on a level even Dan's slot isn't low enough to sink to.
We're tongue-in-cheek trying to dispel disbelief. I don't actually give a shit either way.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you just pick an argument and just argue the opposite of what's might be true, just to see how far you can take it.
Yeah, and then you give examples that support the other side and just dismiss them in a dumb way.
I mean, that's how most liberals do it. So I'm,
Oh, hey. You're right, but hey.
I forgot I'm dealing with socialists and literal Russians over here.
There you go. You're now a 38-year-old Russian, Evan, and your name is really Ivan.
Agent. That's what her mom called me.
The Lord deepens.
I do not pronounce name. This name sounds stupid. You are Ivan now.
Guys, I am double agent. I'm working for America.
Say moose and squirrel.
Moose and squirrel.
Oh,
See,
gosh.
would I say moose and squirrel if I were really Russian agent?
Probably. They'd probably find it just as funny as we do.
Yeah.
They're onto me. Guys, they're onto me. Fuck.
They're like, ha, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
We got that. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Quality of this show has really gone downhill.
It's been pointed out that this show is over by a few minutes, so...
Well, no, we started recording when it was at 6 on the timer. That isn't recorded time. That's the time we've been in the Fiend phone.
Oh, okay.
So we still got like a minute then.
Yeah.
Well, let's do some shills.
What are we gonna do to fill it?
This is fucking shilling time, bros. Let's fucking shill all the shit that Josh told us to shill, because we're good boys.
Yeah.
What did he tell us to show?
Well, it turns out there's a lot of shit Josh told us to shill. So
We got that T-shirt thing.
Yeah, we got a T-shirt. We got an affiliate link with Ripped Apparel, RIPT Apparel. I'm not really sure how affiliate links work, but if you go to supernerdland.com and look around,
I don't think
sure
the
you'll be
link
able to find that shit.
I don't think the link is live yet.
Yeah, we don't have that up yet, but we will have an affiliate link soon. Probably by the time.
Say by the time this is up, it'll be up.
Probably. Yeah, I assume so.
So look for it when you hear this. Go look for it.
Yeah, and then we got another one for Play Asia. I guess if you like Japanese games, you probably do because you're listening to a fucking podcast about comics right now. Check it out, dude. Got lots of games. Got your weird Nintendo adapters that you can't get in the US. All that good stuff. The Play Asia.
Dude, they have fucking Figma.
Yeah. They also Play Asia is really good. They'll sell the Asian English version of games, so it's not like you're getting a Japanese game per se. You can get the Asian English version more than likely, unless that doesn't exist for that particular title. Then you just fuck off and unlearn Japanese.
Yeah, and if you need that Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball that didn't come out in your country, they definitely have it at Play Asia. So
Oh. And they also have Steam codes. Like, not a lot of people know that, but you can get Steam games a lot cheaper on Play Asia than you can on most illegitimate key resellers.
Now, mind you,
G2A.
we are not paid or recompensed in any sort of way. This is just shit we use for our own personal whatever.
Yeah, so check
Well,
all that shit out.
Our Play Asia affiliate link used to give us money, but I don't think we make money anymore.
No.
Not sure.
Now we get like coupons or some shit. But still, it's pretty
Nothing wrong
sweet.
with discounts.
Check out OG Chan, our boy Mike's comic. It's really great.
Mm-hmm.
Check out my wrestling
OG Chan.
podcast.
Yeah, Heels and Heroes.
Heels and
Go check
Heroes.
that shit out.
Yeah.
We only suck a little bit. It's mostly George. We make fun. George is the one that sucks. Let's be really honest here. It's not the rest of us. It's George.
It's all George.
Shots fucking fired. Holy shit.
No. I love George. This is just the joke. The joke is that we bully George. That's the joke.
Is he the English guy or the whatever?
Yes, he is the English guy.
Okay, yeah, fuck him. Really nice guy, but fuck him.
Yeah, he's got a great accent. It's like Cockney and super high pitched. He's a fucking gem. I love the guy. Got the hardest fucking Twitter handle, but he's a nice boy.
Yeah, I think that just about covers it. Come back next week for more Hellboy. Hey, this is Jason. This here to say, if you enjoyed the show, spread it around on social media. And follow our social media presences on Facebook and Twitter, both at graded.5. Just spell the whole thing out. Also, support your local comic shop and the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund. If you don't know where your local comic shop is, there are sites like findacomic.com, and that'll help you find it. Well, we hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll catch you next time.